welcome back. I want to start out this video by saying I am so sorry that I could not film last week. I had no videos go up last week. I haven't filmed anything in almost 2 weeks right now, so this almost feels foreign to me at this point. Long story short, I've had a lot going on in my personal life in the last week, and so filming and social media pretty much just got put on the back burner while I deal with my own personal issues, which are obviously the most important thing to me. So not only have I been neglecting social media, but I have not done a makeup tutorial in a long time, just kind of in general. So I thought I would get back into the swing of things by doing a full face tutorial with my Holy Grail makeup products. The only thing that is not Holy Grail is the lip products that I put on today because it's something that I've tried for the first time. So if you want to see how to get this classic makeup look and find out what all of my Holy Grail products are, then just keep on watching. Numero uno is Fix Plus. Especially in the middle of summer, I like to spray my entire body. My Holy Grail primer is MAC Natural Radiance Primer in yellow, and I love this because it feels moisturizing, but it settles all the way into the skin, so it's not like an extra layer that shouldn't be there. And my Holy Grail lip balm that I like to put on before I apply my makeup is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask, and they were very generous and sent this new one to me. Thank you very much. My favorite concealer of all time is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I use the shade Light Neutral, and it still kind of has a bit of a yellow undertone to it, as you can see, so it's brightening on the other under eye area. And I have been loving this sponge. This isn't my Holy Grail sponge, but it's pretty good. And my Holy Grail foundation is the Chanel Perfection Lumière. Right now I'm in the shade Beige 40, but I am actually all out now. This was like the very last little tiny bit at the bottom. My Holy Grail Kabuki brush is kind of a tie between this MAC 196 brush, I think that's the number, and the Sigma F80, as I struggle to get more foundation out of the bottle. But I love this Kabuki brush. The bristles are nice and stiff and amazing for stippling foundation. MAC Blot Powder in the shade Medium is amazing for just setting the under eye area and any creasy area. And my favorite product for contouring my nose has to be NARS Laguna because it's a bronze shade, but it's also kind of cool-ish. So it's amazing for contouring both your nose and your cheekbones. And I have been loving this contour brush from Dose of Colors. It's just the perfect size, I guess. Top bronzer of all time, the Hourglass Radiant Bronze bronzer, and I have the little brush that goes along with it. I keep it in the little pouch to keep it kind of protected. As you can see, it takes very little bronzer to actually bronze my face. I apply a teeny tiny little bit and then use this brush to just blend it out over my entire face. This will get you bronzed in a hot minute. Also got to get that jawline, you know, when you start aging like me and your jawline starts to sag and you get some jowls, you need to do this. This has been my favorite blush for quite some time now. This is the Blossomtime Rose blush from Milani. It's just kind of a natural pink shade, but it has gold flecks in it for a nice sheen. I like to apply my blush right where my cheekbones pop out because I have an oval face shape, so it's the most flattering spot. Oh, those highlighters. Becca highlighters are the bomb. I like to take rose gold on a natural hair brush on the apple of my cheek, and that will give a nice rounded shape to the cheek. And then Opal, my all-time favorite, I like to pop on the cheekbone, and this is a Makeup Forever highlighter brush. It's also the bomb. And I'll put that on the very outer point of my cheekbone, my cupid's bow, the tip of my little nosy. And back and forth movements like that will get the best payoff from your highlighters. And the brow definer took over my life a couple months ago once they released it. I used to use the Brow Wiz from Anastasia, but the brow definer is even better and you can do your brows a lot more quickly because the amount of pencil that is touching your skin at one time is a lot more than the Brow Wiz. Holy Grail brow gel is the Anastasia brow gel, the clear brow gel. It's amazing. It's like super glue for your eyebrows. And then, once again, got to spray myself with Fix Plus, and then what I like to do is just take my sponge once all my powder products are applied and stipple them all in. It helps them all melt into the skin and look more natural, I guess. MAC Painterly Paint Pot, as you can see, I'm almost out. I've literally had this one paint pot for 2 years. That's how long it took me to go through it, and you guys know that I use this in every single makeup tutorial. And this is my new Holy Grail eyeshadow palette. It is the Violet Voss and Laura Lee palette. It is a warm eyeshadow lover's dream. Every single color in here is amazing. I've used every single color several times already and love it. So for my transition shade, I'm using Press Pot. It's a peachy orange color. It's darker than Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek. So I like it better for when I have a tan. Then I'm taking the shade Britches, which as you can see is like a light reddish brown. This is on a Sigma E25. You can see the paint starting to come off. I've had this brush forever and it's still in pretty good shape. Next, taking the shade Basic, and it is a matte highlight color, which I've been into lately. I've been liking matte highlights for my brow bone and my inner eye better than I've been liking shimmery colors. And in between applying shades, I just take my Sigma E40 to blend everything out anytime I apply a new color. The MAC 221, this little teeny tiny brush, little teeny tiny bit of product on the very tip of the bristles. Use that to define the crease in the outer corner. This brush is amazing. I like it better than any other version of this brush because the bristles are so soft. They don't feel pokey at all. A lot of times with smaller blending brushes like this, the bristles can feel really pokey, but this one doesn't. And then Tickled Pink, the lighting kind of washes it out. It looks more of like an icy pink when I apply it on camera, but in person it's much more obviously pink. But this is my Holy Grail flat definer brush for my eyes, the MAC 242. Nothing compares to it. MAC brushes are totally worth the money, and this one is amazing. And this is actually my favorite pencil brush. This is the Dose of Colors pencil brush, going in with a little bit more of the shade Whiskers from the bottom row of the palette, just to buff that back and forth on my lower lash line, and then going back in then with the Sigma brush with a little bit more of Press Pot, that was the peachy color in the beginning, to blend everything out. As you can see, it's a bit more of an orangey color. It's not quite as peachy as a lot of other transition shades that you find out on the market these days. Then going back in with a little bit of Whiskers, you can see I'm patting that on the outer corner, and that will help it slowly fade inward versus using circular motions, which will get it kind of everywhere. If you use the patting motions, that will get it in just the one concentrated area. Kind of a silly product to have a Holy Grail for, but the MAC Chromographic pencil in NW15 is my favorite for my waterline. And my all-time favorite gel eyeliner is ColourPop Swerve. It's black, and I like to put a drop of Inglot Duraline in it to kind of moisturize the product before I go in with a winged eyeliner brush. And this is actually not my Holy Grail winged liner brush. This is a Sigma E65. I love it, but it's not my fave. My fave is the Sigma E06, but that one was dirty, so I'm using this one. And for my wing liner, I find that if I just let my eye relax while I'm drying it on the lid, like right here, I'll get a nice crisp line. But once I get to the actual wing portion, that's where I like to kind of stretch my eye out just a little bit, very gently with my finger, and that will help the actual wing itself be nice and straight and crisp instead of having a bumpy, uneven line. And then I kind of look back and forth when I'm doing my wing liner just to make sure both of my wings are going in the same direction. And then if I feel like it, I'll take a little tiny bit of this NYC liquid liner just to even everything out. Favorite mascara is the Sigma mascaras. They have 3 formulas. My favorite are the Monumental and the High Caliber Lash. They're all amazing. They don't dry out. They don't flake off of your eye throughout the day and land on your cheek and create little black streaks. I love all 3 formulas. And my all-time favorite lashes, House of Lashes Iconics. They're fluffy and spiky and kind of wispy, but also dramatic and thick at the same time. We'll look at the difference. Yes. So recently, my friend Rachel sent me this Stila Water Plumping Lip Primer. It plumps your lips and actually moisturizes them really nicely prior to applying any sort of lip product. So I just kind of pop it on and then pat it in with my finger. And then it's kind of dumb to have a favorite nude lip pencil, but my favorite is MAC Subculture. I feel like it's just the most perfect pencil for any color that you want to wear on your lips. And I'm taking the Kylie lip glosses. Yes, girl. This is the shade Literally, and it's the medium one. You see that stupid look I had on my face just now? I don't know what I was doing, but anyway, I apply this, and my first impression of these glosses, I have to say, too much product does come out on the wand, and so you kind of just don't dip it back in while you're applying it.
And I felt like this color was a little too dark for what I was going for, so I took the lightest shade called So Cute and applied that right in the middle of my lips. Pressed together, and that was everything. And that's it. We're done. Boop.
That is gonna do it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for being patient with me while I figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with my life. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do not forget to give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel while you are here, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!